Hello, 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 my beautiful souls. Blessed day, blessed be. Good morning. It's beautiful here in New York. Sitting by the park, communing with Gaia, trying to get some of those energies coming in. So yesterday I had some shaman medicine, healing medicine come through for me, which I thought was really dope. Which was a reminder, all of our ailments, illnesses, diseases, whatever label you choose to use, are all stemmed from a spiritual separation or a perceived spiritual separation between us and the Most High. Because at the end of the day, we're always connected. When we kind of shut ourselves off, or when we look at things as if, we've done something wrong, we have to earn God's love or earn His favor or earn His blessings or deservedness, we separate ourselves from the eternal part of us, which is our spiritual side and our connection with the Most High. Our highest self is always connected with the Most High. It doesn't see what we look at as a bad day or problems or, grievances. It knows the truth of all things. It knows that everything is done in love and that everything is leading us to our highest and greatest good at all times. Had like a pain in my hip, my right hip, which is the divine masculine side, which I was kind of thrown off by. But it was just a reminder to me, all right, someone that you love and care about is probably going through something. And this is how it's coming up. Because I'm an empath and I tend to bring on people's energies, I know that this pain is not mine, so I'm going to go take a salt bath and ground out and clear it completely out of my system. But we have a huge spiritual team around us at all times. Our spirit guides, our ancestors, the angels, the archangels, other beings of light that are here to help us, live our best life, that are willing to help guide us and give us direction and wisdom and share the light of their soul with us if we just call it in. At the end of the day, we have free will in everything. And none of these beings can step forward unless we call them to step forward. Angel Gabriel is with me all the time because I'm an orator. I'm always talking and healing through words and inspiration and motivation. That's one of the beautiful blessings and spiritual gifts that I've been given. And recently, Archangel Raphael has been coming through a lot for me. I can feel the energy coursing through my body and pulsing out of my my hands a lot. So I've been using a technique that my girl Liz from Guided by Angels taught me about creating like an energy ball. Sometimes I know immediately who the energy is going towards. Sometimes I just create the ball and I send it out into the universe to bless humanity as a whole or whomever may need it. There is no separation between us and God. And before we can be of use to anyone else, we have to heal and love and be worthy within ourselves. A huge part of the spiritual journey that a lot of us are on is remembering that there is no separation between us and God, remembering that we are completely loved, completely safe, completely supported, and walking in this power and this confidence on a daily basis. Yesterday, as I told you guys, I was drawn to go see someone who is near and dear to my heart, not knowing that, one, I didn't even know if they were home, but two, not even knowing that they had had such a rough day the day before, that their energy had been waning. And so I went in, to share some light. And while I was there, because the energy was pulsing so strong in my hands, I did a little Reiki and I also did a massage. Massages are something I'm very good at, way before I knew that it was so spiritual technique to it. I got them hands, yo. So a lot of people in my circle are in need of healing. A lot of them receive it as they do my Instagram page, The Enlightened Daughter, or my Facebook page, The Enlightened Daughter, where I just, I put up a lot of posts and I just share light into people. I write a lot. Journaling has been really helpful to me. I have resolved many perceived grievance just by writing it out and writing about it. If I'm in discord with someone, write them a letter, energetically speaking. And I've seen things happen in such a quick time. The time gap that we're used to when things are manifesting has dramatically shrunk. So the more aligned you are with the Most High, the more aligned you are with your highest self, and knowing that you are safe and loved and supported, the quicker things are manifesting in your life. I am so blessed and so grateful for this gift. I'm so blessed and so grateful for books like Magic by Rhonda Byrne that have helped give me like little tools to help manifest things into my life and heal, and to love myself and to heal myself, and then to be able to heal others. Is such power in being a child of God. And when you realize your worth, and when you realize who you are, and when you realize that you are loved and you're supported, then you move different, you walk different, you speak different, because you realize there's nothing that's really going to harm you out there. Everything is for your greatest good at all times, whether it feels good or not at the moment. I know myself that I can make a move right now that'll completely change my life and completely shift everything that's going on in my children's lives if I choose to step away from my highest good. And so I know that a lot of the things that I've been going through recently are kind of like, I'm not going to say tests, but they're obstacles and challenges to see how bad I want not only how bad I want what I've asked for, but if I'm willing to hold my integrity, willing to hold the space, willing to hold the light while I trust the process. And that's a big part of it too. Trusting in the process, trusting in divine timing, trusting that all is well and will be well is still progress. When it comes to healing our physical, mental, or emotional bodies, I was reminded through the shaman that came through to call upon my angels, call upon my ancestors, call upon my spirit guides, because they can help with that. And when it comes to healing myself spiritually, tap right into the Most High. There's no separation between you and God. And Jesus comes forward for me a lot. I'm so grateful for that. And that's another reminder, Jesus knew exactly who he was. And he knew that there was no separation. And so he was able to simply, walk by people, touch them, and they were healed immediately. People would touch him and get healed immediately without, his acknowledgement. The story of the woman with the bleeding disease, and she just had the belief, right? She had the strong belief in knowing that if she could just touch him, she would be healed immediately. Like, that's the kind of energy, that's the kind of faith, that's the kind of belief that we need to have in all things. We just need to know, just know and trust and believe in God. And this is as much a lesson for you guys as it is for me. I am able to trust and believe so quickly for so many other. The lesson has been learning to believe it for myself. When I say prayers for people, I know immediately God is going to answer the prayers. It's us getting out of our own way and getting out of our heads and cutting off the dialogue from our ego self that allows our prayers to be answered for us in a faster manner and in a way in which we can see it immediately. My daughter last night was praying. I had some pain. She's so cute. She's 6. And she goes, "Oh, Mommy, I prayed that God will make your feet feel better." And I was like, "Oh, that's so nice. Thank you." And then when I woke up this morning, she's like, "Do your feet hurt?" And I'm like, "No, actually." And she's like, "Oh, he heard my prayer." And I was like, "He always hears your prayers. He always hears your prayers. And he always answers our prayers." The Bible says God's answers are always yes and amen. So confidently move and continue doing what I've been doing for everyone else. I know that I had to take a step back today and do a little bit of a retreat to clear my energetic field. So I came out early to talk to Gaia, and then I'm going to go take a salt bath. Got some Himalayan sea salt, so excited. Going to sit and soak for like an hour and just really clear everything out, and reset and get ready for an amazing day. I got woken up around 3 o'clock this morning and I was dripping in sweat. And I was like, okay, so I don't know what came through for me energetically, but I know that I'm always woken up kind of between like 2 and 5 because of all the light work that's done while I'm in sleep state. It is what it is. I haven't slept in years. It's fine. I'm used to it by now. We are being called to take into account everything that's going on with ourselves. We're being called to look at every area of our life in great detail with a magnifying glass and really just push forward to heal every single area, whether it's your financial life or your physical body. You know, are you moving? Are you meditating? Are you exercising? Are you walking? Are you taking time out in nature? Your relationships, whether it's a romantic, intimate relationship or platonic or familial, like take a look at everything. Know that the toxicity or that we perceive to be toxicity in our life are really just points to heal and to grow and to revamp and to shift our perspective. People give us reflections back of what we're emanating often, and that's not a easy pill to swallow. It's not easy to acknowledge that, maybe I'm the toxic person in that person's situation, or maybe I was wrong, or maybe I'm being an asshole, or maybe I need to stop holding them accountable for shit that they did 5, 10, 15 years ago. If I'm able to heal and grow and move forward, so is everyone else around me. A person that's growing, a person that's healing, a person that is expanding shouldn't constantly be judged for their past. If you don't want to be judged for your past, why are you judging somebody who has the same capabilities? We're all able to move forward. We're all able to heal. We're all able to live our best life. I've decided a while ago, sorry, drop my tea. I decided a long time ago that I needed to take ownership of my life. I'm not going to blame my mother for shit that happened when I was younger. I'm not going to blame my grandmother. I'm not going to blame my ex-boyfriend. None of it matters. It's where I'm at today and what do I want my future to look like. Air and fire daily. I say it all the time. I have mental funerals for people on a daily basis, and there's a lot of zombies out here in these streets, but if I'm elevating and I'm vibing higher and I'm trying to accomplish different things in my life, not everyone that has with me can stay with me. And there's no fault in their own. Doesn't mean that they won't join me somewhere else on the journey. It just means today, right now, where I'm at, we are not a vibrational match, and so I have to keep moving forward. I'm standing in my light. I'm standing in my truth. I'm standing in my power. And I can't allow anyone or anything around me to throw me off center. There's been a lot of shit happening that I know if I was in a different space, I know that if I was maybe even who I was, 2-3 years ago, would have taken me out. Would have thrown me off. It would have, or I'd be sitting and seething in this energy and just being stagnant. And stagnant, what? Breeds disease, breeds mosquitoes. You can't drink it. It's not healthy for you. So if the stagnicity in water is ungood, imagine what it's doing in our life. Water, like energy, is constantly flowing. You need to clear the blockages. For that blockage is for you, you need to clear it out. You need to shift it out. You need to dissolve it. You need to move forward with it. And do so with love and gratitude at all times. The things that happen may not always feel good, but at the end of the day, when we look back on all the things that have happened, they are where we're at today. And where you're at today is exactly where you need to be. It may not be where you ultimately want to end up, but it doesn't mean that it's not getting you there. Sometimes the next best step isn't pretty, but it's the next best step for where you're at energetically and vibrationally at this moment. Doesn't mean that you can't move out of it. You have a choice. You have to set the intention to make the choice. You have to choose what you want your day to look like. You have to choose what you want your life to look like. And then you take inspired action accordingly. I'm a very private person. I have good friends in my life. I'm so grateful for that. I have people, spiritual teachers in my life that I'm so grateful for, that I can go to and kind of just be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why am I dealing with this? You know? And when I'm not able to clearly think or shift my perspective, they're there to call me on my shit. Like, what you're telling people, it goes for you too, you know? So I need you guys to just really stand back and step into your love, step into your safety, step into your healing, and realize that it all starts with you. At the end of the day, it all starts with you. Do it for you, and as you heal yourself and as you love yourself, as you remind yourself that you are safe, you are emanating this energy out to everyone around you and to humanity as a whole. The more people that we have walking around feeling good, doing good, knowing that life is meant to be joyful and loving and filled with laughter and positivity and success, the more are going to be lit up and covering humanity. One light in a dark space changes everything. And maybe you're being called to move to another location. Why? Because that's where your light is needed. I kept being called back to New York, no matter how fucking expensive it is, no matter how violent it I kept being called back. You know, I kept coming back. I've lived in really beautiful places, and I've had the opportunity to move around a lot and travel a lot by the grace of God. But at the end of the day, I keep being called back to my very expensive, very volatile, very energetically fun city. But I know that's where my light is needed. There's been a lot of incidences going just crazy. This man called his wife, I think it was like yesterday or the day before, and was like, oh, I'm taking, our daughter to school, tell the other ones I love them and have a good day. And then the train came in, he jumped in front of the train. By the glory and grace of God, that little girl was completely unscathed. Her father died, but there was like a little pocket or a little hole like underneath where he jumped that her body went into, and she came out with minor scratches. I mean, the glory of God. Her angels were completely surrounding her there, and that just blew my mind, because everyone on the platform around him was like, he wasn't upset, he was chilling, he was on the phone, that he loves her and the kids, everything seemed fine. But in that moment, he snapped and tried to kill his baby girl. Can you imagine, being on the phone with your husband, and next thing you know, you're getting a phone call because he's dead because he tried to kill baby? I can't even imagine it. God forbid. I don't even want to imagine something that horrific in my life. But her day started very differently than it ended, right? And that little girl, although she was so covered by her angels and supported and was safe ultimately, her life is going to be very different now, because she's going to be traumatized by the fact that her dad tried to kill her, right? Sorry, it took me out. I can't even imagine. I love my children beyond anything in this world. I can't imagine any harm coming to them, let alone at my hands or the hands of their father. No. I'd put myself on the line anytime. They were talking about possible complications, and I was like, if you got to choose between me and the baby, choose the baby, And my mom and their father was kind of like, wait, you can have more kids after that. I have to choose between me and the baby. Choose the baby. Because despite whether I'm here or not, I know if I'm not here physically, and I know that I got him covered, So, all right, I need to breathe that out because I'm all in my feelings right now. Point being, it starts with us. So, while you're out there healing, while you're out there helping somebody else, remember to take stock of your own life. Remember to take a step back and start analyzing where you can make a shift, where you can dissolve things, what's blocking you. And whether you're aware of it or not on a subconscious level, that's when you call on the Most High. Sure, I'm not sure what it is that's stopping me. I don't know where it's coming from. I just know that I need your help, Lord. Please help me. Thank you. Please help me. Thank you. Your prayers don't need to be long, exquisite, drawn out things, standing on a freaking soapbox with a microphone for the world to hear. God, I need your help. Thank you. Simple. That simple prayer will you need. And I know because I'm dealing with that every single day. You know, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Lord, come get your kids. You know? So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I love you, love you, love you. God surround you. Don't ever forget it. Bye.